Hello everyone, it's Charlie here. I've got some exciting news for all of you. Well, it's exciting for me. You be the judge if you think it's exciting for you. A couple of years ago I met Bobby Chiu on an airplane on the way back from San Diego Comic Con, and he told me about schoolism and what he was trying to do there. It really sounded very interesting. I never got around to signing up for it. I was a bit hesitant about doing the online tutoring, but I might get to that at some point. Anyway, I saw again on YouTube Bobby Chiu talking about Lightboxexpo, and I thought, that's for me. I have to get there. I'm definitely going to go. So I quickly got into the mode of trying to find a flight from Toronto, find accommodation, and ran into the usual roadblocks about timing for a flight out of Toronto to arrive in Pasadena at a reasonable hour on the Friday, and staying Friday night, Saturday night, and then getting the red eye Sunday night back to Toronto. Anyway, I missed out on the opportunity to get accommodation at a hotel close by the convention centre, and I never ever seem to get any luck at that. Whenever I've gone to San Diego, I've always missed out, and I've ended up in the boonies, and sometimes in not the best of hotels. Kind of horror stories for some of them. Anyway, it was very disappointing. But then I got an email in after I had registered for the convention. I got another email in saying we've opened up additional hotel accommodation, and I pounced on it right away, and I was so happy and relieved to get a nice hotel within walking distance of the convention centre. So really stoked and thrilled about that. So I managed to get a flight on Air Canada, and get this, here's a price, etc., etc. Yeah, okay. I agreed to the price for the flight, so on and so forth. Then they said, pick your seat. Okay, so normally you go in and you'll select your seat. You might not always get the best one, but sometimes within 24 hours of the flight, you can get a better seat for no additional cost. But not on Air Canada. I could not find a way of getting past that seat selection. And a middle seat was $21 extra each way. And that was the only thing that was coming up. So I'm locked in to a middle seat for 4.5, 5 hours going down there, which really pisses me off. Now here in Canada, I guess like the States, airlines are regulated, whereas in Europe they're not. Hence you get EasyJet and Ryanair and a whole series of other independent airlines where you can walk on a flight for $20. It's not like that here, and I think the situation is going to get worse because Air Canada are going to buy out the other big carrier, which is Air Transat. When that happens, suddenly all those deals with Air Transat will probably disappear, and you'll be back to the one major airline with increased cost. Usually is the case. Anyway, I'm going to bite it and go, so I'm really excited about this. And I managed to get this a couple of years ago on eBay after Inktober. This is by the great Scott Robertson, and it's just a phenomenal little sketch. And what is very noticeable about it is how black the lines are and how white the paper is. Really stunning work. I've had the pleasure of meeting Scott before, and I hope that he shows up this time. And some of you may be familiar with a beginner's guide to sketching. I did a review of this book some time ago. John Fry put me onto it, and I immediately ordered it. And what a great book it is. Check out my review. The thing is, I'm hoping that some of these people that are in this book might recognise me if they see this and say hi to me down there. I'd love to meet these people and just have a chat. And Stephen Silver said on the interview with Bobby Chiu, come prepared, ask questions, stop people, engage them. Well, that's me. I'll be doing that. And I'm going to try not to be too much of a fanboy, if you know what I mean. So I'm hoping to accomplish a few things. This was a piece I did on Inktober a year or two ago, and I'll be looking for hints and tips and how to improve on that. And I'm going there with the intent of overloading myself with as many workshops or demos and panels as I possibly can for those 2.5 days. And I'm sure it's going to be absolutely terrific, and grateful for Bobby Chiu and Stephen Silver for organising this. And if you speak with John Fry, he and I spoke about doing something like this a year ago when I was down there visiting him and Von Ling. And unfortunately, those two guys aren't going to be able to make it to this convention. They're busy doing other things. Anyway, it's going to be really, really interesting. I'm super excited and looking forward to it big time. So if you're watching this on Instagram or YouTube, then please say hi if you bump into me, and I look forward to seeing you then. Bye for now.